Hey, what up, guys? This is me, Ice, and in today's view with Ice, we'll be looking at part 2 of sitcoms that will guarantee laughter. I had to make a part 2 because there are still so many great shows out there that can guarantee laughter. Please like and subscribe and push the notification icon to be informed every time I release new content. This will be a great help in the growth of the channel. The first 3 seasons is definitely the strongest section of the show. After the 3rd season, I feel they're trying too hard to be unique and I stopped watching it, but the first 2 seasons were so strong that the show definitely deserves to be on this list. Being disbarred from his law firm after they found out he lied about his degree, Jeff Winger goes back to college to get a legitimate degree. He enrolls at Greendale College where he almost instantly becomes attracted to one of his classmates, Britta. He creates a study group with the intention of spending time with her, but she invites fellow classmate Abed, who also brings other classmates with him, Shirley Bennett, Annie Edison, Troy Barnes, and P.S. Hawthorne. This is a very diverse group as all of them share different personalities and different backgrounds. P.S. is an elderly millionaire. Shirley is a very religious single mother. Abed is obsessed with pop culture and is socially awkward. Annie is a naive overachiever and Troy is a former jock. Despite all of their differences, they quickly become the best of friends. Community is definitely something that will bring a smile to your face if you love wacky comedy. This show is definitely for you. Community was released on the 17th of September 2009 and it consists of 6 seasons. If you know Anna Faris, you should know almost anything that features her is guaranteed to be stupid and fun to watch. This show is no exception. Christy Plunkett is a single mother who starts her life after battling with drug abuse and alcoholism. She's working as a waitress and is also attending AA meetings to deal with her problems. Christy's dysfunction could easily be traced back to her mother Barney, as he is also a recovering drug addict. The show follows Christy and Barney's journey through their sobriety and the restructuring of the relationship between mother and daughter. Although the plot may sound serious, it really is not. This show is quite humorous and is guaranteed to keep a smile on your face for the whole duration. Mom premiered on the 23rd of September 2013. The show is currently ongoing, consisting of 8 seasons. The 8th season premiered on the 5th of November 2020. This show did not receive the most positive reviews throughout its run, but that definitely does not substitute this show from this list because this show is very funny and you can't go wrong with Patrick Warburton's voice in a show or movie. This show follows the life of 2 couples with a wild single friend, Russell, who is portrayed by David Spade, who will take any opportunity to get with a woman. The first couple is a long married couple and the other is a newly engaged couple. In the latest season, an additional character is added to the main cast. Timmy is Russell's assistant and that in itself is a relationship that will leave you in stitches, as Timmy is highly sarcastic and the duo of Russell and Timmy will always leave you laughing. The show basically gives us ventures into the different kinds of relationships and the ups and downs of those relationships coupled with humor that is sure to leave a smile on your face. Even though the pilot episode of this show is the highest rated episode because the show was heavily promoted by CBS during the Super Bowl, this show still went on for 7 seasons. Rules of Engagement was released on the 5th of February 2007. And yet again, another show that falls into the category of one of the most iconic sitcoms of all time. Seinfeld portrays a fictionalized version of himself. The show focuses on his personal life and his 3 friends, George Costanza, Elaine Bennett, and Cosmo Kramer. This show is simple yet so incredible at the same time. This show doesn't have a specific story, it's basically just about the daily life of Jerry and his friends. This show has been described as a show about nothing, and it's amazing how a show about nothing can be so entertaining to watch. A lot of people consider this one of the greatest shows of all time, and I definitely agree with that. A show cannot make me laugh with tears running down my face and get me into trouble with noise complaints and not be one of the best. This is exactly what Seinfeld is capable of. This show is also one of the very few shows to finish its run at the top of their ratings. Just another testament to why Seinfeld could be described as a juggernaut in the sitcom community. Seinfeld premiered on the 5th of July 1989 and the show went on to air for 9 seasons. This is also one of the most iconic sitcoms of all time. It is also the show that skyrocketed Will Smith's career into the legend that we know him as today. Will Smith plays a fictionalized version of himself. After getting into a fight, his mom sends him to go live with his aunt and uncle. His uncle is wealthy and they live a different lifestyle, and since Will comes from a different environment, their lifestyles often clash, resulting in hilarious situations. This show is full of great life lessons that does not dampen the comedic element. Sometimes shows try to be too constant and that factor kind of ruins the momentum of comedy, but this show is a healthy balance of consciousness and comedy. I never got to watch The Fresh Prince when I was growing up. I only started watching it this year, but the comedy is still righteous and is guaranteed to bring laughter to the watcher. The Fresh Prince of Bel Air was released on the 10th of September 1990, consisting of 6 seasons, and a special reunion of the show was aired on HBO Max on the 18th of November 2020. Wacky, weird, and over the top is some of the words I would use to describe this show. This is definitely a great show, but you have to be a little weird to enjoy this one though. Ellie Kemper's portrayal of Kimmy Smith is just so wonderful to watch, and a goofy smile is something that could instantly lighten up your mood. When she was in 8th grade, Kimmy Smith was kidnapped by Reverend Richard Wayne Gary Wayne. She was held captive in an underground bunker with 3 other women for 15 years. The Reverend convinced them that a nuclear apocalypse had come and they were the sole survivors of humanity. This show basically just focused on Kimmy after she was rescued and her trying to start a new life in New York City. If you have ever watched 30 Rock before, you would definitely enjoy this show. This show features similar comedic elements as 30 Rock, and it also shares the involvement of the funny Tina Fey. This show also features a lot of actors that were in 30 Rock. I love this show so much because this show just has a way of making you instantly feel better. Unbreakable Kimmy Smith was released on the 6th of March 2015 and consists of 4 seasons. When Tina Fey is at the helm of a sitcom, it is most definitely guaranteed to be funny and entertaining. Liz Lemon, portrayed by Tina Fey, is the head writer of a sketch comedy series The Girly Show. She also manages and supervises the cast of the sketch show. The complexion of her work environment is entirely turned around when new management Jack Donaghy, who was played by Alec Baldwin, persuades Liz to bring in Tracy Jordan as the new star of The Girly Show. Tracy is a B-list movie star who is in a slump in his career. He gets hired by Jack and The Girly Show changes its name to TTS with Tracy Jordan. Tracy is very unstable and he immediately brings in a lot of different problems which results in numerous hilarious situations. This show doesn't just look at a few characters, there are a lot of different characters who get the time to shine. So there are also a lot of different characters with different and hilarious personalities to look forward to. Tina Fey used her experiences at Saturday Night Live to create this show. This show was first pitched as a cable news show but was eventually turned into 30 Rock as we know it today. This show could also be described as a satirical and parody behind-the-scenes version of Saturday Night Live. 30 Rock was released on the 11th of October 2006 and it ran for 7 seasons. A special was also released on the 16th of July 2020. This is definitely one of the funniest sitcoms in the last few years. I've been repeatedly watching this show on and off since I started watching it in 2019 because the show just seems to never get boring. This show follows the lives of a group of people who work at a superstore, looking at classic sitcom related things such as building relationships and friendship. This show is also very relatable to anyone who works in retail as it shows how crazy and stupid and frustrating it can be to work in a store. But they of course make certain scenarios extra to make it funnier and it works. Superstore was released on the 30th of November 2015 and it currently consists of 6 seasons, with the 6 seasons sadly being the last. This is definitely a sitcom that deserves to be in an underrated list. Growing up, this was definitely one of the funniest shows I've watched. I recently started watching it again and the same thing could still be said. This show follows the life of Earl Hickey, who could be described as a low-life, small-time thief and just general troublemaker whose entire life changes after he won $100,000 in the lottery. He is immediately hit by a car during his celebration of winning and loses his ticket in the process. Thereafter, in the hospital bed, he saw an interview on Last Call with Carson Daly that teaches him about karma. He changed his entire life after the accident and tries to follow the ways of karma. Earl then makes himself a list of every bad thing he has ever done and all the people he has ever wronged and tries to make amends for his past mistakes. After doing his first good deed, Earl finds the ticket again and looks at it as a sign of karma rewarding him. He then goes on to use his earnings to help him with the list. So let's just take a look at Earl's progress in turning a new leaf with his brother by his side as they go on adventures in their small town, going where the list takes them. With a premise like this, some might seem that it might fall into the realm of a drama, but this is a highly comedic and funny show. My Name is Earl was released on the 20th of September 2005 and it ran for 4 seasons before being cancelled. This show should also be featured in an underrated list. This show had some traction, but for the level of comedic greatness that this show possesses, it should be higher up in the sitcom food chain. This show was and is still to this day one of the best sitcoms I have ever watched in my life. This show is loosely based on comedian Chris Rock's teenage years. The show starts off with Chris and his family moving to Bed-Stuy, New York in 1982. Chris is the oldest of 3 children, so he always has to step up as the emergency adult and looks after his younger siblings. Chris's mother, who is played by the wonderful Tichina Arnold, is a sassy, very strict but caring mother at the same time. Chris's father works numerous jobs. He is very money conscious. His money consciousness is one of the funniest gags in the show and it is hilariously over the top. You cannot waste anything in the presence of this man, not even a pinch of salt, and he can tell you exactly how many money goes to waste to the very last cent. When I say this is one of the funniest shows, there is no exaggeration attached to my statement. Chris Rock is also the narrator of this show, which adds more flavor to an already comedically great show. Everybody Hates Chris was released on the 22nd of September 2005 and it consists of 4 wonderful seasons that you should watch now if you haven't before.